What's up, everybody? It's your boy, it's Elliot. I already gave a scoop and sprinkles on today. I've already filmed, edited, uploaded a video, but as soon as I did that, Infinity Ward dropped a vlog article on DMZ. So this is a sprinkle on top of the scoop and sprinkle. And with that being said, the video that was planned for the day will probably get pushed to tomorrow because this is important. If we can see here, Warzone 2.0 launch update. Welcome to DMZ, the demilitarized zone. And I just want to read this all the way through for you guys. I know a lot of people just kind of skim through this and they miss some key details. So we're going to sit here, we're going to read all the way through, and I'll give my thoughts at the end. We're thrilled to have debut our first look at DMZ this week with streamers and content creators at the Infinity Ward studio. Heading into Warzone 2 launch week, we wanted to dive a bit deeper into this exciting new experience. Here's what players can expect from DMZ. DMZ is a dangerous and diverse and deep open world experience where players can choose their level of intensity. Even in its earliest form, the DMZ experience is built for the most hardcore completionists. So they're saying even if its earliest form, so this is going to be like a beta version, and it's going to be like a live service game that grows and evolves with time. With each faction mission, contracts, world events, stocking up stash, helping out other squads, or causing chaos, breaking open locked areas, and much more. This living world has plenty to conquer on day one. The sandbox mode is where players of all skill levels can choose their own way to play and win. The goal is to loot up and get out alive. It is about exploring an active world of AQ forces. Does this mean Al Qaeda forces? Like, what does AQ stand for? And enemy operators, completing missions, objectives, and exfiltrating with loot. Easy for me to say, Jesus. Cash, valuables, and rewards to build up your inventory for the next infiltration. Set your own stakes and ultimately earn some high tier items, yes we will, for use across the rest of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. While players can choose how and where they engage, all operators must exfil from Al Mazrah, the exclusion zone, to reap the rewards. Players will ultimately fight for mastery of the mode by discovering all the experiences and rewards it has to offer. While DMZ begins in Al Mazrah, no one knows quite where it may lead. Holy crap, is this confirmation that we're going to be getting a new map in the future? I mean, that seems kind of obvious, like a no duh, but I mean, no one knows where it may lead. I mean, read in between the lines. Okay, so this is going to be breaking down the stash and inventory. This is important. I had to read this twice earlier before I even started this. DMZ involves keeping a stash or inventory of weapons and other valuable items in the exclusion zone. Players will start with a small inventory of free contraband weapons. Contraband guns are only usable in DMZ, and if you lose them on the battlefield, they are gone forever. Weapons acquired from other players or enemies on the field are considered contraband after extracting with them. So once you kill somebody, you take their weapons and you bring it out. Now that's a contraband weapon. Call of Duty is all about customizing weapons, so we will want you to bring certain creations into those creations in DMZ, whether it's a personal modification or a weapon blueprint. At first, you will have one insured weapon slot for any personal loadout weapon or weapon blueprint. Additional insured weapon slots can be earned by leveling up factions. More on that in a second. For those looking for an alternate path to unlocking weapons via traditional XP through matches, should be exciting to plan their infills. Acquired a contraband weapon will unlock the base weapon in the gunsmith, usable in multiplayer and battle royale. I wonder if that leads to how we unlock the mastery weapon at the end. If you lose an insured weapon, remember, insurance takes time, unless you're willing to pay the right price. Ain't that the truth? Extracted cash and valuables speed up the cooldown on these slots. Your stash also contains certain items taken out of the exclusion zone, which can be then put into your loadout and backpack for the next infiltration and give you access to special location. This is going to be like keys, and I'm sure it's going to be other like intel and comic books and stuff. I would hope grapple guns in the future, but for sure keys, and we'll get more on that literally in the next segment. If your backpack fills up during the match, operators can visit one of 6 dead drop locations to stash items for the extraction in a later match. Before we go any further, if you guys would please hit that like button, subscribe. Over 90% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and well, that's just not messed up. Like the video so YouTube knows I exist. Share this with your friends because this blog article was dropped randomly on a Saturday, and I know everyone wants to know about it, so share it with your friends so you guys stay in the loop. And if your mom's hot enough, you can share it with her too. But let's finish up this blog article. Okay, this is for like the infill loadout and the missions. DMZ is a trios based mode, so right off the rip you need 3. You have 4. You guys got to play Rochambeau. I don't know what's going to happen with the quads, but that's okay. We're starting out with trios with an option to play solo or duo by disabling squad fill. We recommend you start with trios, as the Al Mazrah exclusion zone is a dangerous place filled with bots galore, and apparently the bots are cracked, moving like Joe Blow out here. To teach you how to play and give you those first rewards of DMZ, you accept faction missions. These are from our world's most powerful PMC groups, the Legion, White Lotus, Black Mouse, with the Legion being your starting faction and the other 2 unlocked by completing faction mission. By completing a certain number of faction missions, you can advance up to a faction mission tier. These missions offer significant challenges coupled with significant unique rewards. Interesting wording there. Players will infiltrate the exclusion zone with their chosen loadout, insured or contraband, or they could bring nothing at all. Sometimes all it takes is a pair of fists and a dream. I like that. The extraction point of infiltration is random every time, ensuring that no 2 DMZ matches will be the same. That's cool. I like that actually. I must have skimmed that the first time I read this. To get more items, players will have to extract them out of the exclusion zone with their backpacks. This will provide an experience for players to complete a supply run as an example. I love this, in which players can complete a run just to get gear for future deployment. I'm loving this. In addition to the backpack, players can exfil from the world with on-social items, including backpacks, self-revives, armor carriers, etc. This is critical for players looking to engage with high-tier enemies early in a match near their next infill. Other than completing the objectives laid out in faction missions, players are also free to explore the exclusion zone to collect more items for their inventory and take optional assignments. These can be completing contracts such as rescuing a hostage, taking down a high valuable target, taking part of a world event such as activating a SAM turret or a UAV tower. The only question on this surface to air missile turret, I saw that Modern Warzone was playing and they captured one of these things. Like I guess tried taking it over and they got in a helicopter and it still exploded the helicopter. So why activate one of these things? You know what I mean? That's just the question that I have. Like Warzone 2, players can expect illogical looting. That's going to be a controversial statement right there. Items exist in Al Mazrah in places that may exist in the real world. This is actually, I heard about this being a rumor, shout out to the Ghost of Hope, but in the bathrooms you can find medical closets. In police station hospitals, you can find more tactical gear. Super cool concept. There are only a few limits to where you can explore Al Mazrah. First, locked spaces, which are special areas within the exclusion zone and are strongholds guarded by AQ forces. Players must obtain keys, this is what I was talking about earlier, to gain access to these high value places. So if you take a key, you could save it for the next match. I don't know if like it'll be kind of like the key cards for Rebirth, where if you went to the bottom of the headquarters building, you got the key that if you went down to Stronghold, it gave you X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? You go from one place to another. I don't know if that's how it's going to be, but I'm so down to find out. Also, Al Mazrah won't have a circle collapse, but players will need to monitor radiation as well as the occasional sandstorm. We do not yet know what is causing this deadly energy and what operators may get from finding its source. Again, there is no definitive object or path to victory here in DMZ. You are responsible for mapping out your own success in this mode with plenty of rewards for your efforts. Double XP tokens, calling cards, weapon charms, and other cosmetics. W. Freaking W. And finally, the ultimate reward, the M13B assault rifle. This functional weapon is a part of the Bruin Ops platform, along with the new BAS-P SMG that can be yours to use across all Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2 modes. So you could either buy this in the item shop, or you could do this in DMZ to unlock it across the other platforms. At least that, or the other game mode. That's how I'm reading this. Winning is determined by the player's choices and consequences that follow, but ultimately exfilling from the exclusion zone is your main objective in each match. Part of DMZ's design is to make every match matter. Anything that you get in DMZ that is your loadout or backpack can be lost upon death. Players still can be revived by their squad mates even after dying, although it will take longer than usual for a downed revive. But if everyone drops, all that precious loot can get dropped too. This is definitely where you need to subscribe and turn the notification bell on, because I talk about what is going to be in tomorrow's video, a revive gun that is currently in Modern Warfare 2, to where it does exactly what you think. If you have a downed enemy, you could pull out this thing, shoot your enemy, or not your enemy, your teammate, and it instantly picks them up. I would love to see something like that being like a super high valued item that you find in a hospital, that you maybe have to have a key fob or something to try to find this revive gun. And where you could store it, and maybe it only has like a limited amount of shots. Maybe you get like 4 to 6 syringes. I think that, or maybe 3 for a whole squad. I don't know. I just, this whole mode and concept, and they're trying to make it clear that this is just the beginning and it's only gonna grow. Get shot 2. The only exceptions are insured weapons, which are part of your stash. Okay, yeah, this is just the beginning. We built a massive living world in Al Mazrah with challenging enemies, a deep mission system, side quests, secrets, and more. As we look to the future, we hope to reward players for exfiltration in new ways as we work towards the new uses for cash and items. And so, like, they know that there's limited uses for cash and stuff right now. They understand that, so they're working on it, and this is them saying that. So I can't get mad at it. DMZ does not set out to replicate. I think that is a direct thing, saying that this is like replicating Tarkov, and we can't wait to see how it plays in the wild. We hope players will share their adventures. Yes, I will, on twitch.tv/esports with Elrod with us, as well as feedback about their experiences. See you in Al Mazrah beginning November 16th. Can't get here fast enough. I want to know what you guys think down below. Let me know, what are you most excited for? Are you going to play Warzone 2 first or DMZ? I'm letting y'all know now, I am going hardcore into DMZ because I am loving everything I'm hearing about this. I challenge you, make somebody freaking laugh today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.